Welcome back to R&DW Adventures. I'm Darryl.
And I'm Renee.
And today we're talking about the Great Train Expo that we hit in Novi, Michigan this year. This usually takes place in January every year, and it's one of the biggest, coolest model train shows in the state.
With so much diversity. I love it.
The thing that's really amazing about this one is how many operating modular railroads they have. So that's what we're going to take a look at in this video, starting with the Redford Model Railroad Club, which this is their modular setup. They also have an actual permanent club installation that is open for open houses on a regular basis, completely separate from this one.
This one just gives you an idea of how much time and effort they take and put into it. It's very cool to look at.
The detail that they're able to go into with these HO scenes is truly amazing, and they even hide a few little Easter eggs.
It's a lot of fun. Even every time I look at this, I think of more. I find more things. Every time I went by it, I found more things to look at. I could have been there for a lot more hours than we were. Bridges are my favorite. Just look at the detail, and oh, these guys were way cool.
Well, the Michigan Lego User Group we've seen a few times before. They've had the exhibit at the Henry Ford Museum this Christmas that we did a bunch of shorts for.
There's so much detail, and even a
Guns N'
Roses concert was right here. Takes you back a few.
This is great for adults, for kids, the amount of fun that you can have with Legos. Unfortunately, this Lego train system has been discontinued because this is the one that has the power and the rails. But what I like is they've spent all of the time to go and build out these Michigan and specifically Detroit icons.
It's so fun to look at and just realize what's there.
Now, the LaNtrak Club is another one we've run into multiple times. They have a system that they're using called T-Track, which we're actually looking at getting into ourselves, including going so far as buying some of the modules. But it's a very simple desktop, tabletop type layout. So they actually come in with tables, put these tiny little modules in, and you can see how small one module is for doing these big layouts out of them. And the amount of detail you get into with these tiny little modules is astounding. And this is N scale, which is really tiny. It's 1 to 1/60th.
And what's really cool is you can go from scene to scene, and sometimes it flows, sometimes not so much, but they're really cool because they're all done individually, the trees by hand, everything, and the backgrounds can be either more or less detailed as you want to. Look at the snow sparkle. That makes it look pretty. More bridges. This was my favorite.
The BridgeMan is a gentleman out of the west side of Michigan who's actually won art prizes for his really amazing welded steel bridge work, and this becomes a whole family affair. He's involved, his son's involved, their children are involved, and I think it actually goes deeper than that.
I think so, but each piece is hand welded, and I think rumor has it that he will not say no to grandchildren or great-grandchildren about placing little Easter eggs wherever they want to.
So if you do happen to catch him at one of these shows, take a look, because there are going to be a whole bunch of little Easter eggs. Lakeshore Garden Railway Club was also there. This one is a little bit harder for them to actually do what they do because it is an outdoor garden railroad, but it is the largest of the operating layouts there. If you have the chance, talk to these garden folks, because that's really what they're here for, is to try to get people to interact. Outdoor garden railroading like this just blows my mind. I'd love to get into something like that.
I wish we had a garden for this.
We also ran into Glancy Trains. These are the folks that we've run into multiple times before because they have their exhibit permanently at the Detroit Historical Society. They came out with this collapsible table system, threw up the track, threw out some really amazing older, cooler models, and it was just fun for the whole family.
Absolutely.
The European train enthusiasts were our first time, I think, actually seeing these guys.
I think so.
And because of that, it's probably our favorite. But this is all modeled around, I believe, German, because that's what everything seemed to be, railways with that overhead catenary. So they had a whole lot of really cool features that we don't normally see, including the castles.
And a lot of Easter eggs here, too. A lot of fun little things that just make you want to travel. By train.
And recreations of
Yes.
beautiful stations, the roundhouses that you don't normally see. But this,
The fairs.
yeah, this amusement park, theme park was really, truly incredible. And I couldn't get enough good footage of this to do it justice. It has to be seen in person.
Absolutely. I love that guy. Look at
Then we hit the Miami Valley Modular Railway. These folks have huge layouts at a lot of the different shows. It's truly amazing what they're able to accomplish. The level of detail they get because it is that little bit bigger HO scale than the N scale that we mentioned earlier.
But it's still modular, right?
It is still modular. They take this around. It's not on the T-Track standard, which there's an HO version of that, but I'm not sure what their standard actually is. It's very reminiscent of N-Track to me, which is a 3-track system.
I think they went around like the whole United States and all the terrains and everything.
I'm not sure that they limited themselves to the United States, but they had the farmlands, they had industrial, they had the residential, suburban kind of areas.
Mountainous areas.
But we go out to like California with the orange groves and the wine train. And then we have the Easter eggs like the little bear peeking in the building there. And then just this amazing detail in all of these modules.
And all the backgrounds are hand done as well.
But if you ever do get the chance to head out there, this is in the Novi area, held once a year in January.